Let's talk about food, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Is that song not stuck in your head now? Because that song is stuck in my head. And don't ask me why or how I thought of it. I was not listening to that song. I just was thinking about food like I always am. And then I was like, this is what we're going to title it. Let's talk about food, baby. Let's talk about you and me. All right. Okay. Done. I'm not here to sing because I cannot sing, but we're going to talk about food today, okay? And we're going to talk about why you do not know how to eat. Because the most common question I get from my clients, people in my Facebook group are, I don't know how to eat. I don't know how to eat to lose weight. I don't know how to eat to gain weight or gain muscle. I don't know what to eat before and after a workout. We are so confused when it comes to food. We're literally the most confused people ever because there is so much information out there that we're literally like, I don't know what to do with it all. We're constantly dieting, we're constantly restricting food, we're constantly binging, we're constantly feeling guilty for eating certain foods. It's just this one hot, confusing mess. Literally, that's what it is. So I really want to tackle the food thing today. We're cutting out food and food groups from our diet that we know that we need, but we do it because somewhere on Google or Pinterest it said, cut out this or cut out that. If you don't know me, my name is Steph, otherwise known as Exo Gingy, and I help women ditch the diet, train hard, and love their bodies. So today we are diving deep into food, and I especially want to talk about diet culture and the media. So as I was saying, we're just consumed by it. It's literally everywhere. I'm rubbing my screen because there was a dot and it made me look like I had a black dot on my face, okay? Alexandra, hey, if you're on, say hey, what's up? If you have any questions, let me know. So like I was saying, we're falling for all these stupid trends because we want quick fixes, we want to lose weight fast, and I totally get it. Because as a kid, I did not eat well. I was not listening to my body. As a kid, I would come home from school and eat a huge bowl of ice cream and cookies. I would eat a lot of fast food, and it sounds like, oh, that's a wonderful diet, but I was not healthy, and I ate those foods because it made me happy. It filled a void. Then I went through a phase where I restricted food because I wanted to get skinny, and it was a control thing, and I was like deep into diet culture, deep on Pinterest and Tumblr looking up diets and all this crap that was not healthy for me. So it really screwed up my hunger cues. It screwed up my relationship with food. It made me feel really guilty about eating certain things. So I'm not the only confused person that went through that. Everyone is confused because there's so many messages out there. So we are constantly bombarded by diet culture and all these messages. And they promise that you're going to lose X amount of weight in a short amount of time. And we're shown these unrealistic body ideals and these crazy diet plans that are basically eating like nothing. And we fall for it because we want to look a certain way and have this control, even though it is not healthy at all. Hey, Alexandra. Hey, Kellen. She's at the gym rocking my workouts right now. Get it, girl. Rabbi, let me know if I'm saying your name. Restricted food phase is the hardest. Yes, it is the hardest. Okay. So most of this generation was actually born into diet culture. We may have grown up like seeing our mom on a diet, seeing our Aunt Margaret on a diet, our older sister dieting. And as women, we thought as we grow up, we are meant to diet. That's just something our society was portrayed as, whether you needed to lose weight for a healthy reason or not. We grew up thinking, okay, when I grow up, I need to start dieting. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. I understand hunger cues half the time. I'm not hungry anymore. Okay. So we grew up in this diet culture and we became super confused and consumed by it. And why did we grow up in this diet culture? Because of the obesity epidemic. People were trying to fix this obesity thing, and all that happened were diets. That does not fix an obesity epidemic. all that did was cause restriction. And those people who went on diets lost the weight, but then gained the weight back because it's not realistic. It causes a cycle. You diet, you lose weight, you get hungry and realize it's not sustainable, you gain the weight back, and then the cycle begins again. So just don't fall for all these things that you're seeing on the internet, like, oh, only eat this, only eat this. Ask yourself this: is this sustainable for the rest of my life? Like, will I feel good and energized eating this way for my entire life? Or will I be hungry all the time and hate what I'm eating? You need to ask yourself this. Don't ever start a diet. Don't ever start a meal plan, because you can eat intuitively. How do you eat? You eat intuitively. And when I bring that up, people go insane because they're like, well, I don't know, I can't do that because I'll lose all control and I'm going to gain all this fat and I won't know how to eat. But you know what it is? It's learning how to eat like you were when you were a baby. When you were a baby, you cried when you were hungry. And your mom or your parent was like, okay, let's get the bottle or whatever, feed this crying baby. And then when you stopped crying, you were like, I'm good, no more food, I'm good. And then when you were hungry again, you started crying, so you were fed, there you go. That is what you need to do as an adult. When you're hungry, you start crying. No, but seriously, we need to retouch and regain what our body is telling us. And if we have been on diets for so long, or restricted or binged or whatever for so long, we don't even have hunger cues anymore, because our body doesn't know when it's hungry or when it's full anymore. So that is the hardest part, is to regain that sense of intuitiveness with your body. Yes, so right, guys. Comment what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So you really need to start over again. And how do you do that? You need to say goodbye to the whole diet mentality. No more dieting, no more eating shitty food, green juice, kale that you don't like, okay? And you need to realize that there's no bad food. No one food is going to make you fat or ruin all your progress. When it comes down to it, guys, it's science. Calories in versus calories out. And I'm not telling you to go count calories, but I'm telling you this so you lose that fear of certain foods. So when you eat one cookie, you're not going to feel so bad. You're going to be like, oh, it was just, whatever. It was fine. It was just fuel for my body. It's no big deal. If you eat a healthy, balanced diet and you know what that is, we all know to go grocery shopping and shop around the outside of the grocery store. Fruits or vegetables, our healthy grains, our lean meats, our proteins or fats. We know what that is, but we refuse to eat that way because we think it's not enough control. We want to be told exactly 1,200 calories or whatever. We want that control. Well, I'm sorry. That is not realistic, because that control is, do you want to be 90 years old in an old age home on MyFitnessPal? Be like, 1 second before you serve that, let me plug that in. How many ounces is that? You're not going to live like that forever. So why are you living and eating that way now? Seriously, this is what I coach women when they're trying to lose weight or gain muscle or just better their relationship with food. Is I'm like, let's take it back a step and let's realize that eating is not that difficult, but we've made it difficult, and diet culture has made it so confusing. Kellen says, I'm trying to get back into intuitive eating, still struggling with binging, but I'm getting better slowly. I love when you give me questions to ask myself. Yes, Kellen, this is so great. So Kellen has my guide, Obsessed to Free, and I really tell people to ask themselves questions like, is this sustainable? Do you like eating like this? You really have to ask yourself this. No one can fix this problem for you. You need to tune in with yourself. She says, even though those questions are aimed towards people struggling with restriction, it makes sense for me too, because eating until I feel like I'm going to explode and hate my life is not how I want to live. It's hard, but with more encouragement, I can do it. Yes, Kellen, you are on such a good path right now. And really asking yourself, it goes with restriction, it goes with binging, it goes with overeating. It is, am I over full? Am I full? Am I hungry? What level of hunger am I at? And it's really, it sounds like craziness. Like, you want me to ask myself these questions while I'm eating? Yeah, I do. And you don't have to say it out loud at the dinner table, but you can think it in your mind. You have control. Don't let other people judge what you're eating. The diet culture messed up my mind. I went from restricting to binging to feeling guilty to eating to over exercising to feeling worthless to thinking there's something wrong. Today I went to McDonald's with a friend and I got what I wanted to eat and it felt amazing. I also chose not to work out because I'm sick and I don't feel like it. That is amazing. And that is how you should eat. You should be like, today I feel like this. Today my body doesn't want to move. I'm not going to work out, and it's fine. It's no big deal. The problem comes when we stress about it. That is when it comes a mental problem. There's nothing wrong with your body. There is nothing wrong with food, but it's the thoughts that come up here that drive us wild. It's the thoughts. Okay? I love that you said that. You're saying it so right to the point. Every single person can relate, and that's why I love hearing you. Thank you so much. And honestly, it's because I've been through it. I've been through the eating the junk all the time and feeling like crap, and then I've been through the restrictive part. And it's all a mental game, and it's all doing it because you think that it's the right answer. You think that my body's going to change, my life's going to change. It's about control. But guys, it's not. You just need to let go. You just need to let go of it. And you need to realize that food is delicious. We all know this. Food is amazing. We all want food. We all want more food. Like, let's talk about food, baby. Like, food is life. And but we've just complicated it. And I'm trying so hard to simplify it. But when I simplify it, like I said, people are like, but I need to know how many calories, I need to know this, I need to know that, because we want control. We're just a generation of selfish people who want serious control. And I get it, but let's work on fixing it, because literally, have the diets worked for you? Has restricting worked for you? Has binging worked for you? Has it solved your problems? I'm gonna guess probably not. So that is why I coach the intuitive eating, listening to your body, knowing when you're hungry, when you're full. And you guys know, hunger cues aren't just a growling stomach. If you feel super tired and groggy and like dizzy, you probably need some carbs in you. So don't just think my stomach's not growling. There are other ways to feel hungry. That's me. I'll have junk food and not care. Then later I'm like, why the F did I do that? Yeah. And it's the same. I'm not saying go and eat junk food all day, every day. It's moderation. That's what it is. And moderation is sustainable for your entire life. So I really love that you said that, because sometimes you eat something because of emotions. Maybe you're stressed or sad and you want to feel better. So you eat something not so good, and then later you're like, why'd I eat that? I didn't even want it. So that totally makes sense. And I get a lot of questions about pre and post workout fuel and meals and snacks and supplements. And I think that'll be a different live stream. I dig a lot into that into my Facebook group. So if you want to join, I'll link it below, or if someone wants to link it for me. I have a lot of blog posts where I talk about that. And again, it is very individualized. If you Google it, it's going to say, well, you need to eat this many carbs and this many protein and this many fat before and after. And there is science to it, but every body is different. Every body weighs at a different amount. You're different, whatever. We're all doing different workouts. We all have different goals. So one person's post-workout may be completely different than someone else's. And some people literally cannot work out after eating a meal, even if it's like an hour or 2 hours after. So we will get into that in the Facebook group. It's always stress eating, or like, screw it, I haven't had it for a while. I'm trying to allow myself junk once in a while and not feel so guilty. And, everyone approaches those not so healthy foods in different ways. Like I do the McDonald's thing with my boyfriend like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and I don't feel guilty anymore. I used to really struggle with eating out, but I realized that eating one McDonald's meal is not going to ruin my progress. It's not going to make me feel gross. It's actually friggin' delicious. Calorie counting legit never works. I've tried Weight Watchers, nothing. Give up calories, give up the scale. Preach it, sister. Mac, I was just computer and cheese was bomb as fuck. Awesome, Mac. I'm glad you're on here. What's up, Faith? In the past, I used to get all kinds of comments from my sister saying that I'm on a diet. This always upset me because I'm trying to eat healthy and sometimes I just don't want a burger. I'll get a salad and everyone assumes I'm on a diet. I'll eat a bowl of ice cream at times and everyone assumes I've stopped the diet. I'm just eating intuitively. And Faith, I can completely relate to you because when I was trying to regain my relationship with food, I was eating intuitively. And if I ate a burger, I would get comments from my family or friends, and they would be like, oh my God, you're eating a burger? And I'm like, can you not just let me eat my burger in peace? Like, why does there have to be a comment about everything I eat? Right? And it's the same thing if I decide, I'm just feeling a salad. People are like, oh, like, why are you only getting a salad? Like, you should get more. And I'm like, I'm not that hungry. Like, you have that power to listen to your body. It is your body. If you are eating healthy and balanced and trying your best, you make your own decisions. Mac is going crazy. I can't eat fast food anymore. It bothers my stomach or dessert. Then Mac, you listen to your body. Starbucks is bae. Same, Mac. Yes, Mac. Hey, Jacqueline. I needed this video. I'm super confused on what to eat to gain muscle, and I feel guilty on occasions when I eat food because of people going on diets and restricting, but I'm trying my best to eat intuitively. I used to restrict my intake and over-exercise, which turned into an ED. I'm recovering now, but I've learned from your posts and doctors' help how to overcome this. So thank you. That is amazing, Jacqueline. I've worked with Jacqueline quite a bit, and I've talked to Jacqueline a lot, and she's making huge progress. And it's that same cycle we go through, is restricting, calorie counting, and then becoming mentally obsessed with it. That's when you get sick. So completely agree. Mac, no one needs to give up coffee. I've got my coffee right here. Shout out to Angie. I got my coffee right here. Yes, I've had like different fast food the past couple of weeks and did nothing but get sick. I'm like, what are they even putting in this? Yeah, and that's totally, again, your choice. But this was a really awesome conversation. Is there any other last comments? But I find healthier options around certain meals that are YOLO meals. Totally. YOLO it, cheat meal, whatever you want to call it. You just need to eat what you want, when you want. Listen to your body. There's no right or wrong. You can eat at nighttime. That's like one of the myths that drives me insane. Don't eat after 6. Don't eat after 7. All the carbs are going to turn to fat. That's not how your body works. Your body doesn't know what time it is. Your body isn't like, oh my God, it's 7. I'm going to get fat now. Like, your body does not know what that is. Is there any other last? I thought you weren't supposed to go to bed full. I wouldn't go to bed over full, but if you want, I always eat something before I go to bed because I like to. It's up to you. Thank you, Steph. No problem. I'm glad. Like, ham sandwich and cheese this morning. Oh my God, my boyfriend says it all the time, and I'm like, I can't eat. I'm hungry. Aren't you supposed to go to bed hungry? Mac, are you being sarcastic or, oh, okay. I was like, Mac, you're ruining this for me right now. That's so funny. Yes, go to bed hungry. No, do not go to bed hungry. Eat. All right. If you guys want more info on this, more pre and post workout, then join my Facebook group. I will link it below. This was an amazing conversation. I hope this opened up your eyes that we're living in diet culture and you're a lot smarter than it. So, Mac is just being his sarcastic self. So great conversation. Thank you guys so much for joining. And let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about in the next live stream. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.